Welcome to the Chat Shit podcast.
Welcome to the Chat Shit podcast.
Let's chat shit, niggas.
Let's go. Hey, firstly, yeah, we got, as you can see, guys, we got Dovey back.
I'm back. I survived. I actually survived. You know?
Another magic trick from black to white.
Nah, but he was suffering, but he's good. Yeah, you good? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. It was just leaving the house was like, you know, I was especially with the ankle.
Yeah,
I was locked inside.
So obviously, as you guys know, Dovey got COVID because of Masood. He gave him COVID, and as Masood was just out here spreading COVID, you know what I'm saying, snaking the thing.
We'll allow him, you know.
Bro, imagine, fam, I knew he was going to do it. The anti-vaxxer spread COVID in here, and bro, you're fucked, innit? You were fucked.
Yeah, it was a bit stressed. But not actually, no, during the actual COVID symptoms, they weren't that bad. I got lucky.
Yeah.
So it was just migraine and I just like aching and shit. But it wasn't like, you know, I didn't have the cold.
But you had the foggy though, the fogginess.
Bro, the brain fog. It's stress.
What about smell?
No, the smell, it disappeared.
Taste?
But taste, I still had it. Everyone says it's linked, like you only taste through smell, but I couldn't smell anything.
It's a little bit.
And I
not
could
fully.
still taste shit.
Really? That's weird though. That's so weird. I thought they have proper link. That's what I thought.
It's just a slight link. It's not full on. It's not 100%. It's
like, so you...
It's the same way like the way you look at food interacts with your like taste as well a little bit.
Oh, but I know smell when taste was a little bit more.
Closer,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I got lucky, man, because that would have been so stressed not being able to taste shit.
The fog is the worst part, though.
Bro, the brain fog.
What was the brain fog? What is that?
Bro, I was baffed. At first, I just thought I was tired, mad tired in the mornings. You know, like I couldn't function. I'd have a coffee and nothing would change. I still feel as fucked as before. And then I looked it up and it's like called brain fog. That some people get with the COVID. And it's just like for when you first wake up, for the first few hours of the day, you just can't concentrate.
Right. At all.
It's weird.
I mean, I didn't know I had it, so
No, bro, I'm not blaming you. It's calm.
I blame him. I definitely blaming him, fam. What do you mean? 100% give it to you.
I had no symptoms. Like, even afterwards, I basically had a runny nose for like a couple of hours.
Got lucky.
I was good the whole time.
You know.
Like nothing happened to me. So
it's unfair.
God,
God works in mysterious ways.
God will definitely. Nah. So what you're saying? I'm okay, but I fucked others up, but it's fine.
Yeah, I didn't realize as well.
You did well though.
I stayed in after the 2 weeks. It's calm.
You did, yeah.
But no, I got compared to people I know, like the actual symptoms while I had it, I got lucky. I was just playing computer games and shit and chilling and just taking paracetamol.
Drug
addict, I was calm for that.
Popping pills.
But yeah. No, we're over that now though. We're through that.
Okay. No. All right, cool. So the British Embassy recently caught spying. Oh no! So it's a worker that got caught for spying.
Oh yeah.
A double agent.
Double agent.
I swear, in every week there's more news about like some sort of secret like information getting lost, or like someone being a spy, or like I feel like we're falling apart.
Bro, the UK is just the defense is looking weak. Currently, is looking weak.
But yeah, apparently it's a big problem, and it dates back to the Cold War when Germany had the wall. The Berlin Wall, and there was a lot of spies and stuff that set up in Germany from all different countries.
Yeah,
and apparently it's still like a thing there. People like organizations will approach like embassy workers and like even just like truck drivers and see if they can just get them access to rooms and shit to plant listening devices, bro, bear shit. And what do you call it? Some guy recently who just got employed by the British Embassy. Got found out by the German government that he was passing on documents to the Russian government, to Putin, pretty much.
Oh, I think I saw this story actually, because you know what I heard about the guy when they checked his room, they found a Soviet flag and 3 books that are related to him liking the Soviets.
Oh, really? Oh,
I was like, sorry, Soviet or Russian, one of the two. But bro, I was just like, bro, in your house, evidence. What kind of dead spy is this?
Yeah. He's really got the merch and everything.
My guy has got the fucking merch, yeah, and he's just lucky nobody went to his house previously.
Fanboying out, and he's thinking, I'm not gonna get caught. It's good.
Here he is now on national news, bruv. Being spoken about in the Let's Chat Shit podcast. Like, you fucked up.
I don't know how they found out.
No, but you know,
well, I reckon someone went to his house, innit? It's like, bro, there's a little bit. What's going on here with Russia?
It could just be an interesting though, like because for example, Jordan Peterson, he's got like a lot of like Soviet Russia paintings all over his house, everything. So.
But if he was because he was, but he's a, but if he was an embassy worker, yeah, then you'd be like a bit, whoa, nigga, what you doing?
Yeah, but apparently it's a common practice for people to just get approached in those sort of jobs and get offered a certain amount of money to like get them, like I said,
Not gonna lie,
access to
yo,
documents.
I would have fucking done it for that kind of money.
You might, yeah, it depends how much.
Fuck
it depends how
that,
much.
bro.
But we don't know. They didn't find out how much, to be fair. But
yeah, well, he was a dumb guy. They hired a dead one.
Yeah,
they hired
yeah.
a dead one. Hardly a spy.
I doubt they get paid that much in the embassy. I don't know what the pay is, to be honest.
Nah,
I
they
don't think
think
it's
so.
huge. So yeah, I don't
It's
know.
like it's any governmental job, really.
Yeah.
Bro, you see how much they pay the fucking MPs and shit. 100 odd grand.
yeah, it's stressful.
to run the whole entire
to-
country.
and not be paid off by someone else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They get so much. They get so much. You know.
No wonder they always pass on the contract to the boys. They're like, fuck it, it's the only thing we got.
Bro,
You'd have to do it though. You feel like if one of us got it, you'd have to help the other man.
Bro, if I was the prime minister
No,
and
no.
I got a contract for 500 mil, I would be like to the boys, yo, listen, yeah, set up a thing, LTD
Make it
thing.
look good. Make it look good. Go
I was
five
like,
it. Get it.
hire the man from the hood, yeah. Hire the man from the hood. I'll give you the 500 mil. Get some of the boys from India to do the app.
Son.
Yeah. take the fee.
Yeah, because that's where the incentives actually lie. It's not in making sure the country runs well for
Exactly.
100k. Especially when you're looking at the bank statements and it's like billions and trillions.
So much, man.
And you're like, I'm getting 100k.
To not be corrupt. Are you kidding me? They're all gonna be corrupt, fam. We need to pay them more. We actually need to at least match
I'm
something.
dead. I'm actually dead. Now, speaking of more corruption.
Oh yeah, go on.
Oh, the WHO again.
Yeah, fam. Every time I look at WHO, I'm just like, corruption. Corruption.
I don't
They
trust them anymore. Do you trust them?
nobody trusted who. Like they actually lost bare credibility.
What are we talking about?
Right. Okay. Yeah. So recently, this is Danish TV have recorded the WHO leader saying that it's very likely that it was a Wuhan lab researcher that was patient zero who caused all of this. But then, like,
So lab leak is getting confirmed.
I don't know, because then you
That
read
is
into
just
it.
that's a joke.
Yeah,
That is a joke.
Tell me more.
You read into it, and apparently, when they did their investigation in China, when the WHO you assembled that team, to
Yeah, I
go
remember.
find
Yeah,
the source.
I remember that.
Basically, while they were there, they were only allowed to follow up the theory of a lab escape or a lab infection
Yep, I remember that.
in the last 48 hours of their whole thing. The whole investigation.
Them ones, it's just to say they did it.
Yeah, just a quick link. You're allowed to quick link.
yeah.
Open the door, shut the door.
They were like, we can tell the whole world that we did the investigation. Doesn't mean we were the whole time that we're here. 48 hours.
48 hours
Taking
at
the piss,
end,
bro.
Just quickly look in, and they
Corruption.
were pressured into saying very not likely when the report came out.
Yeah, and that was widespread. It went all the way to, like, you know, those alternative medias on YouTube and shit, like Vox or some shit. Where basically it's like being bought by CNBC, and then CNBC somehow has stakeholders with Chinese companies, and then somehow the suppression gets in where they actually literally we've got evidence, like, because of the Wayback Machine and everything, all these websites that show like screenshots of what it was before, and it says like literally Vox will change. Now it's completely unlikely it was from the Wuhan lab leak. It's definitely not that. Whatever you guys think, it's definitely not that though. 100%.
And we all believed it. And the thing is, anyone who tried to say that they were they believed in the lab in the lab leak, you'd be like,
Asian
bro, you're an anti-vaxxer.
You're made to feel bad.
You're a conspiracy theorist.
Asian
We
hate.
don't want to hear it. And the Asian hate thing,
Yeah,
they were like,
people talk about
Asian
that as well,
hate.
yeah.
That's it, true. And look at it now, bro. Evidence just keeps coming out. And it was them. And to be honest, I kind of knew also from the beginning. And the reason I say this, like, are you taking the piss? There's a research center in the place they're saying that it also started.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? What more evidence do we really need?
The only thing is they've upgraded its status to possibly likely. Whereas they've already said like just animal to human transmission out in the wild and stuff is very likely. So it's still there. There's bare that they've just they're trying
to
that.
still
They basically don't know.
They're trying
So
to
they
save-
just said
they're
these are
trying
all
to
likely.
save face.
Nah, but
Same
I
face.
reckon they do know, and they're just trying any tactic, like the same tactic of the 48-hour thing.
Yeah.
They're just trying any tactic to claim that there's also a chance that it wasn't. You know what I mean?
They've actually asked to go back and further like do the research on the actual lab theory.
The US Biden did that.
But the China is pushing back on it, saying there's no reason. Now we're just going by like the politics of it. The science said that it couldn't be it originally the first time, so why are we going back?
And then they'll be like, look, coronavirus is over now anyway. Like, do we really need to?
But it's crazy because China is really getting more and more embedded into like the geopolitical system. Like even in the Euro sphere, like they're introducing like and including them in all the financial transactions now. Like the IMF has recently, they got like a whole whole like treasury system, and they included like the Chinese currency onto their they're holding it as part of their treasury holdings. I was like, rah, we've never like that's never happened for ages.
Because now they're a really big superpower. That's what they are now. And not only that, some would suggest the biggest superpower at this point. Essentially, at this point, the biggest. There's no stopping them, and they're overtaking it, and they're doing it their way. And
but that's the game. That's the game.
I rate it. I still rate it though. They move like a business. They move the whole country like a business.
America was at the top for so long. And that's what they did. They were the controllers of the world, almost the peacekeepers.
And I fucking hate it. And you know what? What I like about China over America is that China just like, we're just gonna do exactly what we want. We're never gonna pretend like we're the good guy. We're really gonna show you what we're gonna do.
They're very explicit. They're very explicit.
Where America was trying to pretend they were the good guy the entire time, doing their shit under the table, always trying to, but they always had a facade to keep. But because they had a facade to keep, they kind of had to try a little bit to be good.
Right.
But China isn't burdened by that.
We can go more corruption.
We can do what the fuck we want, and we simply don't give a fuck.
Also because people view them as like that's what they're gonna do anyway.
We kind of accepted it. We kind of see them like these ruthless beings.
Like, for real,
the government is ruthless.
Everyone's accepted the concentration camps. Fully, it's just accepted.
Fully.
It was in the
That's
news
a massive fuck
like,
you. That's a massive fuck you to the whole Western world, because you know what it said?
Insane.
It said, "You man all said never again." Yeah, for the Holocaust thing.
Here we are.
They're like, we're doing it here. You guys got pictures, and we're just saying to. Do you remember
it's fun.
Do you remember
it's actually Pete.
Do you remember the Chinese ambassador on BBC? Do you remember that?
No, I forgot what he was saying.
No. So what
if
he
you guys
said
haven't
was,
seen it, seriously, check out. Just check BBC. I don't know.
Chinese ambassador. Yeah.
Dismisses evidence of.
Let me find it.
Yeah. So what it was just it was fucking embarrassing, because the guy was sitting there saying he was showing him pictures, of the concentration camps, on like a view here, and he's like, they all lined up, and the guy was like, "Oh, have you been to Xinjiang?" He was like,
"It's a beautiful place."
Yeah, he's like, "It's a beautiful place," and I was just sitting there thinking, bro. And the reporter was like, "Look,
we got footage.
We have the footage of these people here."
It's insane.
And he's just like, "You should visit it." He completely ignored it.
I found this. Like, just check on YouTube, BBC Chinese ambassador. I'll leave a link. Anyway.
He deserves a promotion, though. To be fair, he held it down.
He said, "I'll leave a link." This guy's Taylor from the Brilliant Podcast, the Brilliant Idiots.
No, I actually fully leave my shit.
Really? We'll see. We'll see it. We'll see.
Obviously, maybe not on YouTube though. I don't know.
Cool. Alright, so the Devon gunman,
what happened here?
About that? Yeah,
that was like 2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
Yeah. So this 19-year-old boy, or man, I guess, just kind of who apparently was struggling mentally. Not like,
they always say that.
It was just a mental. He was struggling with mental health.
If he's white,
He was white. Yeah. He was a bodybuilder, kind of like he was trying to be a bodybuilder, and like he had like gym shit at home and listened to loud music. It was mad, like some of his videos, and YouTube's taking his channel down.
I know. I saw some of the videos actually. I saw one of the videos.
So this guy is a YouTuber, yeah.
He has a YouTube
somewhat
channel.
of a YouTuber.
I don't think he had a huge.
It's
following.
like us right now. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple of views.
Yeah, exactly. But maybe even less, because apparently he was just very angry and like he
hated life.
Yeah,
but they took down his channel.
They did, yeah.
Because I think he's a terrorist, isn't it? Kind of.
He's
white, so
yeah,
he doesn't qualify.
You killed me, bro.
So what happened? What did he do? What did he do?
He hasn't got the pigmentation to be a terrorist.
Yeah, they held up the chart.
The stuff fuck chart.
He was 22.
Well, to be fair, we shouldn't be laughing.
Was it 19 or 22?
Yeah,
it's peak.
Yeah,
it's a horrible. Actually, no, it's a horrible situation. No, because I'm thinking now. I'm thinking back to what actually happened.
Yeah, what actually happened? What happened?
So
we're taking the piss out of the guy, but yeah, no, it was.
Yeah, I don't. So they don't know 100% motives, other than like obviously he was hating life, hating himself a bit. Apparently he was an incel. Like he
looked like one from. I'm gonna when from what I saw from the video, he looked like one.
Like he wanted a romantic relationship, but he couldn't find one for years. And basically, one day he had a gun license. So the way you usually
he's from the US originally.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Arizona originally, but he moved to Plymouth, I think it was, or something like
Plymouth,
that.
Devon.
Yeah. So from there he ended up. So everyone was like, an American come to the UK, get guns, fuck's sake.
Oh, true, man.
Yeah. But he was, from the video, what I saw, extremely depressed. But I don't know what actually led him to go off and decide to shoot people. I was just so shocked about that. I didn't understand that. I didn't see how that made any sense. He even shot a young girl. So I was like, you fucked up big time.
3-year-old with a pump action shotgun.
He's a cunt, bruv. Oh my days.
Bro, so he started off in his own house. He killed his mother. And then he just went on the rampage. He left his house. On the way, just down the street, bang, hitting people, bang, hitting people. I think 5 people total died.
He's fucking...
With a pump-action shotgun that he legally had.
Yeah.
And, once he ran out of ammo, he turned it on himself and just killed himself at the end of the rampage.
Dickhead. He didn't even try to take the fucking...
Because they're looking to die. They're looking to die, and before they die, they're just going, let's explode, you know?
Yeah, let me do it.
Yeah. But I don't understand it. Like, why are you just on a random rampage and you're going to hit kids? A 3-year-old.
Bro, imagine this moment. This guy walked up to a 3-year-old kid, looked down on the kid, fucking pulled the shit back and took the fucking shot. No matter how depressed you are, no matter how low you are, that's disgusting.
That's actually disgusting.
Fucked up. He fucked up. That's a fuck up and a half. Like, I can't believe that.
None of it makes sense. I don't know why. If you're going to kill yourself, why take so many other lives?
Bro, if you can kill yourself, just do it. Like, do it for yourself. Why do you have to take others with you? It makes absolutely no sense. Yeah, it was very tragic. But
no justice.
No, and they get no justice. That's the harshest part, because he gets away with it essentially.
Yeah, by killing himself, I guess that's basically how he gets away with it.
Yeah, it's a way out.
Dickhead.
Coward.
And to be honest, maybe that's why he was in himself from the get go. Yeah,
it's his mentality.
Yeah, exactly. People could tell.
Oh, the BBC did a pretty, good article on it though.
Yeah, but
yeah, they did actually.
The one thing I do want to mention though is, obviously, on social media right now, a lot of people are kind of against the fact that they're saying it's a mental health issue. They say you have to say what it is. It's a terrorist attack. However, personally,
it's both, isn't it? It can be both.
For me personally, I don't think it's a terrorist attack, and the reason I say this is because terrorist attacks usually are for an ideology. You have to have a reason to promote something.
Right.
So in the case of this, the Taliban and the ISIS, they were essentially trying to promote that they're fighting back.
They're coming up hard.
And they are. Sorry, to fight. The fact that everyone's going to look at it and say, "Oh, it's a terrorist attack," where I don't believe it is, because of the fact that it was a mental health thing mostly, and there was no ideology behind his attack. So that's essentially what I was trying to
say. Yeah, okay.
before
it's worse, to be fair, almost. I don't know. Like people, terrorists are usually like born into that way of thinking,
or way worse,
or convinced into it. This guy just decided because he hates himself and life, he would just take other people's lives.
Yeah, 100%.
Crazy shit.
Well, talking about terrorists in Afghanistan, they're
coming up hard. That's what
the Taliban are now basically took out most of the cities.
So many. They're falling like dominoes. It's been said.
Bro, it's
Imagine,
100%. They're coming up so fast. It's mad.
Yeah, I think we sent 5,000 troops in from the UK to try and extract all the last British people from the country, like people that worked there in charities, just embassy, stuff like that. They're trying to evacuate them all before the Taliban come, because Taliban will just take them out.
Before the Taliban go.
That's what happened when you pull out, isn't it?
Oh, the country's fucked, man. We fucked it. Everyone fucked it.
The US are complete snakes. Now we clearly see what they did. This is what they did essentially. They went in to try and protect them, to try to save them.
Yeah.
And then they just left. As soon as they got what they wanted, everything they needed. And they're like, you know what? Fuck you guys. The Taliban will have you.
Stress.
Bro, it's actually peak out here, but we'll see what happens. Maybe I don't know.
I think it's Taliban win, bro. I think that's it.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna win.
Unless all countries go back in and we cycle we're in the loop again. Like,
but that is people are saying that could be like a meta motive where they're like, oh no, we'll pull out, and look what happened when we pulled out. Everything went to shit.
I think we have to
come back. We have to come back.
There's no coming back. Just let the Taliban do their thing at this point. They may. They were former government. They were former government. Yeah, it's mad. They were former government.
Crazy, bro.
Because you know what they said? They did a peace deal with terrorists. I was thinking, Where does that make sense though? A peace deal with terrorists.
Oh yeah, they fucked it from the
as
beginning.
Soon as they left,
it was Donald Trump.
As soon as they left, yeah, they were like, taking the thing.
And they left the supplies or some shit as well, like
to help them along the way. They helped them along the way.
Allegedly, some supplies
It was a
were
planned
left.
takeover led
Obviously,
by
you
the
can't
US.
take everything with you. You know what I mean? Technically,
Yeah,
but
the US knew what they were doing.
And we have to pull out. We can't now put more troops in to account for the US. Otherwise, we're just
you can't
backing
even
a
afford
war.
it anyway.
Yeah.
UK struggling out here.
Stress.
Oh my days.
Everyone's fucked, bro.
Yeah.
And imagine all the people who were fighting against the Taliban, verbally, like actually against them, they're all getting caught.
On our side. They were on our side.
Yeah.
America's side, and they've been abandoned.
Mm.
Nah, dickheads, bro, dickheads.
That's the wildfires as well. I'm thinking everything's on fire at the moment. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, so many wildfires. So many wildfires, bro.
It's insane.
It's peak. I think.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was young, that whole global warming thing, I was just like,
where is it? Prove it.
I don't even just prove it. I was just like,
No, I still.
I believed it. No, I believed it from the get go. But I just like, I don't care. It's
It won't
probably
happen to me.
Yeah, it won't happen
So
to me.
slow,
It'll be some my kids or kids
Yeah.
and that. I was like,
Isn't that what we were told?
we were
actually?
told that. We told
I
that.
feel like we were told that shit.
And here it's panic mode right now, and it's looking a bit scary. And I was like, maybe I should have took it a little bit more serious earlier.
No, we're fucked because the people above us and older than us don't care.
They
still.
don't care
They
either,
have
still,
the
yeah.
mentality we used to have. They still have that shit.
They're just not willing to change.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. Old people don't like changing.
Innit?
They don't.
And
They
we're
once they sit in their ways.
Yeah, no, yeah. As you get older, you get more conservative as well. Like just as a natural phenomenon.
Yeah, exactly.
There was this mad movie I watched. I forgot what it was called, but it was like in the future, the world how it was, and everyone would have to buy oxygen and wear oxygen tanks the entire time. It was like this futuristic.
Yeah.
I love me some futuristic dystopia.
Yeah, and
That'll be
yeah,
us.
exactly. That was it. And yeah, they had to have like oxygen tanks on the mask every time they left the house. And they would go and buy it, like they would cleanse the air and sell it to like people, and the poor people would have to keep buying these tanks, whereas the rich people had it pumped into their houses and shit. And it was just like that could happen if the air quality gets that bad.
Yeah.
In cities at the moment, it's rising again. The amount of pollution, and it's actually causing deaths now as well.
Yeah, don't we have a zero emission zone in London though?
It's only from certain times. It's
Oh,
not zero, and it's not zero. It's like just under a certain amount. You can back it. I don't think there's zero.
It's coming.
And that's only
We've got
central
electric
London.
cars coming. Don't watch
Yeah.
the electric cars, all that shit.
So quick pivot into the Olympics. A really funny story was the horse meme.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh, you missed it. That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
Yeah, it was so funny.
So basically, one of these, I think it was one of the competitions. This lady was in her competition. I think she uses a horse, and the horse. Yeah, I think she was first place, wasn't she? She was first place.
I don't know actually. Was she?
Yeah, she was first place
That's peak then.
until like the last hurdle, and then like the horse decided, nah, I'm not doing it.
First place.
And she went to 36th place, and she was there crying on the horse.
That's shit.
And then she's smacking the horse. She's smacking the horse.
Punishing that
with the whip. And her coach is like, smack the horse, smack the horse. And then there's a video of the coach punching the horse.
No.
Yeah, he fucking.
What country is it?
Yeah.
What country was it? Do you remember?
Germany. Bro, smacking the horse, yeah. And then the horse,
Yeah.
bro, there's a meme of the horse smiling.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah, and the girl was there sobbing.
Yeah, she's sobbing on the horse, and the horse is smiling there. Fat smile. Bro, it is peak.
Hey, but the
Horse
horse
is not about this life.
yeah, he was.
Rah.
He's so peak.
I think just allow it at that point. You know you lost. Just chill.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, and you did so well. I know I would maybe cry as well. Fuck it. I lost to go on living. But you know you would have won.
Yeah,
If that didn't happen, you know you would have won. So at
yeah.
least so you can have some sort of peace with that.
And I think from what I can remember, that competition, the horse is a horse that they haven't bonded with. I think that's part of the competition.
They risked it. They knew he was fast.
No, I think that's part of
it's the rules.
It's one of the rules. I think
That's
so.
mad.
Yeah, I think that's part
That's why
of the
I'd
skill.
be punching that horse. You fucking jump.
What day? That's so fucked.
No, I'm joking.
Animal abuse, animal abuse.
I wouldn't really. I like animals. I got dogs and shit. I love my animals.
I heard you punch your dog a couple times.
I love my dogs. I love my dogs.
But what was that Twitch streamer that dashed her cat?
Alinity.
Alinity, that's it.
Oh,
That's
wait,
fun.
no, I think there was a dog or something. One or the other.
think it
It
was
might
a
have been a
cat.
cat.
Oh, was it?
Or it might have been that. Might be.
I think it was a cat.
It was a cat. It was a cat.
Oh,
it was
really?
a cat. Yeah,
Okay.
she grabbed it. She said, "Oh, it's a cat. It can just land."
But it's true. I think it landed pretty well.
Probably they do land, but it's still that's peak.
I think the reason is the video looked quite bad because she just nonchalantly, like as if she does it all the time, just grabbed it.
And I don't know how if they get flipped and the Hadouken like that, I don't know if it's going to land properly. Like it's usually when they fall like down straight.
What was the name of this thing on the horse? Was it here Annika Schlow? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Cry harder, fam.
Yeah, cry harder, bro.
It was so funny, man. But a lot of athletes. There was a lot of crying this year. To be fair.
Yeah.
There was some big fuck ups. Like, there was a rock climber, a woman rock climber, and she was dashing it. I think she was getting close to the world record, and she was flying up the wall. And she jumped for the last one and just slipped and fell back down. Oh. And I think she would have won that race with the other person instantly. She was so far ahead, and I think it was looking like a world record. And she just slipped and the last one fell, and she cried the whole way down as they're like letting her down, letting her down on the fishing rope thing. And
I don't know, fam. That could be like putting people in depression and shit. That's peak.
Honestly, it is peak though.
Actually, what they say is winning gold puts people more into depression than actually losing,
because you've attained the goal and there's nothing else, kind of thing.
Yeah. So one of the biggest phenomenons.
Oh, I heard that.
Yeah. One of the biggest phenomenons is that they end up. It's like, because they use so much of their happy chemicals, especially when they're just complete euphoria when they want it. The next day, not only do they not have much of a structured day, because it's like you're off now, you can chill for a little bit. Yeah, they don't know what to do with themselves. They feel like, what's next? It's just quite very depressed. However, the guys who end up losing, they end up having a purpose,
right?
Something to fight for, so they can come, so they can come next time, But so they're already thinking about next time, where the other person's just like, it's time.
Isn't that what happened to Tyson Fury when he was just winning, and then he
that's exactly what he said anyway.
Suicidal, mental health issues, because he just kept winning, so he got bored of it and he didn't know what to do. He felt lost. He didn't know, and he put loads of weight on. He was taking loads of drugs.
He became a humongous guy, like 300,
on his
400
first
pounds,
fight
maybe.
return. He was still wham, and he still did good. It wasn't he still fat for Dante first fight.
Not as bad. Like he came on pretty okay.
Right,
like, he was calm. He he was heavier for sure, like way heavier. But that's just because Deontay Wilder's a really lean person in general.
Right. Okay.
But then he came in heavier again, but not as heavy. Went a little bit lower, and he just destroyed him. So.
Yeah. No, he is sick. He is sick. I want to see the Tommy Fury Jake Paul fight.
Oh my days, that would be so funny.
That's our way.
I've been hearing that's the rumor because now he's gonna be on the undercard for the Tyron Woodley fight. Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley.
When is it? September.
I don't remember when it is, but all I know is Tyson Fury. Not his brother. What's his name? Tommy
Fury.
Tommy Fury. Yeah. Tommy Fury's on the undercard. So. If he performs well.
Tyron Woodley, if he loses, this guy will be a walking L, bro. Like a walking L.
Do you guys know who Vidal is? Remember KSI?
Yeah.
That guy is
really good. He's one of the best. Yeah.
He fought recently though.
Yeah, and he's only 22 as well.
Yeah.
Bare young, bro.
He's 22.
Yeah, Vidal's 22. Yeah,
unbelievable,
bro.
He looks like he's at 30. That's nuts.
He would have progressed fast as well, but he took his time out to help to train
KSI.
Exactly. And KSI ended up asking him not to train him at the end because he thought he was wasting his potential.
Yeah, exactly, and he probably was.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, he's killing it still. So
but if these guys get to the top and and they're the new best fighters, like imagine Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury. That's the top like most.
Tommy Fury's good though. I underestimated Tommy Fury because he went on Love Island.
Same.
I was like, this guy's dead.
Yeah. But he's still not fighting against like the best people.
So they're playing it. Their family's really smart with how they build their careers.
They're building him up.
They build their careers really slowly and put them against not easy fights, but fights that actually like
challenge them a little bit,
but they'll probably win, and they'll upgrade to someone a bit better, but they still kind of probably win. And they
just
keep doing that.
Technique.
And he's gonna have a fat record of 20-0 or something. I don't know what his record is, but
plus he's getting more popular.
And then he fights the big names and he gets bare money and shit.
Smart. It's like what Jake Paul did. Like Jake Paul was very smart with his selection of like people he's fighting.
Extremely smart.
Because otherwise you start off with a bad record because you're just going for these hard ass fights and just losing, and then everyone the hype disappears. They're slowly building their careers up to this madness, and he's doing well actually.
I'm very excited for this. And then we're gonna see what KSI does. Does he want to fight Jake Paul or because he said I think he's
Lando Broom.
He wants Lando Broom.
Yeah, what's out the TikTok?
Oh, you mean the Ace?
Really?
Ace family?
Yeah.
So he fought like Bryce Hall. Some guy fought Bryce Hall from the Ace family.
And then KSI wanted to fight the winner or something.
Yeah. I forget the name though. My bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's Lando Broom. Lando Broom was the winner.
Is that his name? I don't know.
Yeah, it's his name. Yeah. So I think that's what's gonna happen next.
I'd be excited for that. That sounds good.
Yeah.
These YouTubers, fam, they clocked the boxing game because boxing was so
It's fun.
boring
It's fun
before.
to watch, bro.
Like boxing, nobody cared. UFC was just winning the thing.
I still watch UFC though.
Everyone.
I don't back as much anymore.
Nah,
I
not as much.
the main events, fam. Is
Sometimes if I remember to go back and watch them, I don't.
Highlights and that.
Oh, you guys might like what's cool. Sorry, we're getting on a bit of a tangent, but I really like the Ultimate Fighter. Have you guys heard about that?
It sounds sick, and I see clips. They look so sick. But
What is that? What is that? I've heard about it before. I heard about it.
A lot of UFC fighters will get into the
start
UFC.
it. Yeah. Is it like a free for all? Whoever wins the fight gets
basically it's team versus team. So they pick like a fight that's going to happen in the future. So right now it's Alexander Volkanovski versus Brian Ortega, and obviously Alexander is a champion and he beat Max Holloway. So this is a UFC. And then they pick these guys. Okay, these guys are gonna have a fight. We'll put their fight quite far ahead. Record this whole series where basically we divide. I don't know how many people it is. It's 10 people per team. Yeah. And they match weight classes and they just fight. And it's one person coaches one team, one coaches another team, and we're gonna see who's the best coach. And then at the end they fight.
The coaches fight.
Yeah. Obviously, in a real UFC fight though, like they are actually planned already, like signed contract to fight for the championship. So they're coaching. Crazy. They coach for a time, and then they do the real fight. It's mad.
And it's all on TV.
Hard to coach. And
it's all on TV. Most of it until the UFC is a pay-per-view, like for the fight of Brian Ortega versus Alexander Volkanovski.
Okay.
They have to train in between coaching though. How are they going to be ready?
I think they give them enough time to do their own camp, like because it's pre-recorded from time ago, so they just release episodes every week. Like it's pretty sick though. I really like it anyway.
Oh, it's a show. You watch it every week now.
Yeah, it's like
I'm gonna watch that. That sounds sick.
Yeah, it looks sick.
That sounds sick.
I enjoy it. It's pretty sick.
Alright, cool.
But yeah, I guess we were talking about the what's it called, the athletes when they become the top and they don't know what else to do, and some even like I don't know, veterans from fighting, from like being in the military or something like that. So one really cool thing that I've seen that's coming up, like because obviously I'm interested in my brain computer interfaces and all that shit. If you guys don't know, check out like Elon Musk and Neuralink and companies like that.
Fuck that, Don.
Real talk, fuck Elon. But carry on.
Yeah, if you hate Elon, this kind of, but he's pretty cool. He's very, very smart.
Yeah.
And another company, anyways, basically, how people have been seeing treatment with mushrooms when it comes to like depression or anxiety.
I heard about that, and even MDMA.
MDMA, ketamine, and all that shit, LSD, all these like psychedelics are coming back in. And
sign up to that shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. And there's like actually, I think there is a lot of research in London doing this, but a lot of it is in America. And what's really, really cool is happening now is that they're pairing the brain computer interface like devices with the experience of when people go through like a mushroom guided therapy.
What do you mean by that?
So they basically just like it's like when you want your metrics from your watch when you're doing exercises. So they want the metrics, what's going on when people are going through the meditation, like and the mushroom guided therapy.
Yeah.
So basically they're just wearing like a headgear, a brain computer interface, and they get basically loads of electronic information from the brain, and they do bare metrics, and they're saying like finding ways how to like really improve it. So then people can take mushrooms, but like
in a specific way to really deal
guide you for the way your brain functions as well, and it helps you get less scared, because a lot of the problem with mushrooms is when people resist it, it's like it doesn't really work as much, or the people that let go, they find the most like success.
It happens with LSD, I've heard.
So this all this data helps give confidence to the individual, like okay, this actually gives you this will be a better treatment for you because you're like this and blah, blah, blah. It's pretty cool. So I just wanted to shout out.
It's interesting, bro. It's interesting
because this brain machine interfaces, they're going to be like a huge thing in the
future. I'm getting 100%. Get a chip on my brain.
The big thing.
Version 1, a bit
I'll wait for a couple hamsters.
A couple versions later. Masood try
he
it
won't
first.
get the vaccine, but he's gonna get the fucking chip.
Bro, he's so fucking retarded. He's so fucking retarded.
Just because there's got Elon Musk on the name.
Bro, he's just
time out. I just said I'm gonna wait a couple iterations. I'm gonna wait a couple iterations.
This guy,
with the vaccine.
He's like, put the chip in me.
I'm gonna be the first one. I'm the pig.
I'm not gonna be.
Bro, next week, he's the pig fam.
Here comes out the cage.
Elon Musk, he just turns up and goes, so today we've got actual human.
I turn into a Pokemon. I'm like, nah, but I'm gonna wait. The same thing with the vaccine. I'm gonna wait a couple iterations. Same thing with this thing. I'm gonna wait a couple iterations, see what happens.
You thought I'd wait for COVID.
Same thing for space. Like I'd love to go to space.
This guy thought, fuck it, I'll try the virus.
You can win a trip to space at the moment. Who was it? The leader.
Oh, you can win a trip to space.
Who's
this? Where's this? Where do I sign up?
Really?
The company. Richard
Branson. Win a trip.
Richard Branson's doing a
Blue Origin
competition.
Is it? Oh, that's the one from.
You can fly
Richard
with
Branson.
You can do a trip with him. The next trip with him.
You can win it. You can win it for free. For free.
Oh, it's called Virgin Galactic. That's the name.
Yeah, I didn't click on it. I don't know.
I'll find out.
But yeah, you can win to go up with him, so that'd be sick. We should apply if it is free. Otherwise, I'm not paying shit.
Yeah, because the last time that he charged bears.
It's gonna be like one of those car things. You know, when you pay to win a car, you buy tickets, and then you could be the winner on that. And they just give it to a friend or something instead.
Yeah, exactly, dickheads. Oh my days.
Because look, there've been bare crypto scams right now in there.
Yeah, so many scams.
Yeah, you guys want to jump into the biggest scam? Yeah, the most biggest scam that's happened recently is the 611 $million crypto hack.
Yeah,
it was on one of these blockchains. I don't know, like I think Polygon Network or some shit. It was on the market. It was a whole full-on story because, bro, the hacker, he basically licked all the money. He clocked, okay, calm. There's a private key that I have access to basically. And they didn't realize. So I'm gonna take it because if I tell the team, they might just take it. So,
yeah,
so
exactly.
obviously I'm just gonna take it.
Yeah.
And then the fucked part is because the currencies he was using to transact, they were all like, centralized ones like USDC, Tether, and so basically these guys can just freeze your crypto, like you know what I'm saying. So it's actually mad. And then, so he's been getting tips. People like, don't do it this way, do it that way. So then he started giving bare ether away to other people. He's like, hey, you take that much money, you take that much money. He's tipping people that giving him helps on how to hack. Bro, it was on because everyone's just watching what's going on in the blockchain. Yeah, every move he makes is all transparent.
Everyone can see.
You can watch the full thing. It's like a movie if you know what you're doing. And this guy was like getting tips from people how to improve his hacking.
I wish I gave a tip. I should have seen that.
Bro, if I knew he needed some help, I would have backed it.
Bro.
I'd be like, bro, give me 1 mil out of the 600. Yeah, I'll help you.
But it was so crazy because he clocked like, oh, bro, there's no way I can get out now. Like, I've just got all this money, but I have nowhere to cash out because everyone's watching. They know what I'm doing. Right. So then he started like switching the game up. He's like, okay, guys, I'm going to return a little bit of the money.
Yeah, he tried to return 230 million.
Yeah, I think it's 230 mil.
He returned quite a lot. He returned quite a lot, and he's still like talking to people, still like
trying shit. Like Monero or those.
Yeah, he should be using the private ones. He's so dumb.
Let's tip him.
Let's tip the guy right now.
No, because it's inside the Polygon network, so I don't think he can because they don't have Monero available there. Like it's like
but I'm sure he can trade his way out.
Yeah, so how's he gonna trade his way out?
Swap or some shit. What is that?
Nah, because there's decentralized exchanges that he can use to then trade his way out without KYC.
Either way, he started talking about I'm returning shit money now, and he started returning it. So now he's kind of like figuring out.
He's hoping they're going to give me a reward.
Yeah, exactly. He's looking for a reward now. That's his card that he's playing.
He's just gonna get prison time.
Well, he or she, by the way.
Yeah, true.
We don't know.
Either way, he will. They will. He could easily just because once he loses that money, he's done for.
We'll see what happens. I'm gonna keep watching this.
As soon as man gets paid, the reward, they're just gonna. As soon as he tries to cash out, they're like, we know this guy now. Get him.
Yeah, that is actually a thing. I forgot. I should have mentioned that actually. So apparently, some people are alleging that they might know who he is because he has like KYC connections to some exchanges, and he's like a guy who had a lot of money to begin with. So we'll see. We'll see.
Can't you use even like Bitcoin tumblers and shit like that?
Yeah. So he even started asking like on Twitter. I think he was asking.
Bitcoin tumblers don't work that well.
No, but even on Ethereum, there's one called like Tornado.cash, and they were like, "Oh, yo, how do I use it? I haven't done this before."
This guy's a rookie, bro.
Yeah. But I don't know, like someone
so bare money,
but he's good enough to like to keep himself anonymous and get the money. Because it was like a key thing, like he just had access, I think, or he found a way to get access to it. Anyways, I think it was. But yeah, it's insane, bro. Like, and people are thinking, no, we don't need regulation here. We don't need regulation here. My man, we're like in 600 million, 500 million, billion,
like that.
But the thing is, this is just like the normal monetary networks, like HSBC. Oh, we lost a couple trillion. My bad.
Yeah.
But it happens.
Oh no, it was a DeFi hack.
Oh, did you guys hear about the new Samsung phones that came out?
The Galaxy Flip thing. Have you seen it?
Yeah,
I haven't actually.
Samsung are
taking one of those foldable ones.
Yeah. It's like a foldable phone essentially.
Oh, mad.
Yeah, and it turns into an iPad essentially.
That's sick.
Yeah,
it is a bit wedged though when it's folded.
I mean, it becomes smaller, so you can put it in your pocket though.
They're getting better with it,
and it gets thicker in your pocket.
It's quite interesting.
It looks like an iPhone folded.
It's quite interesting though how Apple haven't even attempted any of these foldable ones.
You and play around.
They're like we don't want it.
I think they do research. There's not a market for it. I don't know why, or it's just too much, and they don't think it's going to be worth it. Because to be fair, I don't want a foldable phone.
Neither do I.
The second I drop that, I don't think.
But I actually, when I was looking at this video of this phone, I was a bit surprised because I was like, the fact that it goes from a phone to a a tablet. That's quite good because of the fact.
What do you mean it goes to a tablet? How does it go?
Because it opens up
more and more. Like, I've seen it fold to a small thing and then fold to a phone, and then it unfolds again.
Yeah, some of them are like that. Yeah.
Well, I think some
like the Huawei ones are like quite fat. So the ones that you open in Huawei got like a
it's essentially a small
version.
tablet. It's essentially a small tablet.
Yeah.
So watching movies like Netflix and that kind of stuff on, it's like I can see how it could become useful. Yeah. But right now, I just don't think it's good enough to take.
But also you have to remember the Android market are the ones that have to be fighting for like customers, because Apple, they got a nice base, they're killing it, they own most.
Android have 83% of the market.
No, in terms of like revenue, they all competing. Exactly, there's like they all competing. Versus like Apple, they got the revenue chilling, they got the customer base.
But the OS systems, there's a lot more I think using Android because it's much cheaper.
I think most people like Android. Yeah, that's what I'm arguing against. I think I was just saying like because they have like what they have their market. You know what I mean? They're not competing for that market. Like, people, do you know what I mean? There's no Apple competitor.
Isn't it the Chinese one's out now as well? What's that called?
Huawei. Yeah, they're out now.
I thought they had OS.
Huawei.
Harmony OS now.
Harmony OS is out now.
I'm jumping off Huawei.
But how many OS is decent because you can run Android apps on it because I think it's like a Linux kernel.
Oh right, yeah. They knew they would fail if they didn't do that.
Yeah, they knew they had to do that. Yeah, that's one thing because no one's gonna make a third app for you. Like people can barely even do the Android and the iOS at the same time.
This flip phone apparently comes out for $9.99 in US dollars. So
that's a good price. I beg you when you get it. I just want to see what
it's interesting, isn't it? Though $9.99.
That's really interesting because my phone was that. If I waited, I could have got it.
Interesting, isn't it?
How much was that?
This was. Actually, I got this ridiculously cheap because of the fact that I got a 50% discount and then I got 50% discount on all my assets as well, like
really?
Headphone and stuff.
Work?
Nah, Samsung were doing mad deals. I think I got lucky. And I think I used. I think Teresa also had like a student discount. So I had bare discounts. I got it for £600, but really it's about 999, I think.
Oh shit!
Bro,
I got a sick deal with that.
My phone is 1,200.
Really? They move Apple like that?
Yeah, it was 11 Pro, so it was like the nicer version of the 11 or whatever.
Apple are moving crazy. 1,200. That's a laptop.
Yeah. They're trying to keep it at that price now. But yeah, like there was more expensive versions as well. You get the Max, the Pro Max, or whatever. I think that was 1,500. Maybe I could be wrong.
Fucking hell, bro. That's why people are going to Android. It's just they're taking the piss. But even for this, to be honest, most of the flip ones were quite expensive at the start. They were really like nearly $2,000.
And they were breaking, I think.
They were breaking. Yeah, do you remember the Huawei one had a crease in the middle? It literally had a fucking crease because
it didn't look too good, but they're looking better.
They're getting better now. Yeah, they're getting better.
We'll see if it pops back off. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
And so the last one was the International Monetary Fund and the special drawing.
Oh no, we spoke about it earlier. Actually, I just squeezed in earlier.
Oh, you did. All right, perfect then. Well, that's it. That's a Let's Chat Shit podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Hopefully, Highlights channel coming out soon. Masu's now on that.
I'm taking over now.
Yeah, Dovi, we gave you the chance.
Yeah, I failed.
I failed the team.
The COVID slowed me down.
Yeah. So Masu's now jumping on that.
It was target.
So maybe we'll get Highlights out soon.
Yeah.
All right.
Peace.